and this is one of my soaps for the spring collection that will be going live in the end of March, towards the end of March. And this is the Sour Straws soap. I actually made the embeds. Those are little pieces that go inside. I made those over the weekend when we had a bunch of ice and had some time, ice and snow, and had some time to hang out inside. And I made the soap on Monday, and I'm waiting this long to cut it because I used Activate charcoal for the background of this soap. And with activated charcoal, it can cause some issues when it is exposed to air too soon. And you can get some, it's called soda ash, but sometimes you can get it on the surface, sometimes you can get it throughout the bar of soap. And I wanted to keep it covered for a little extra time to help avoid that. And it did. You can see they're a really nice black color. So for the inside of this is going to be fun. It's going to be very bright. I used some soap dough that I had made a while back, and it's been safely tucked into the freezer. They are neon colors, so I've got green and orange and pink and yellow. And what I ended up doing is I did circles. So again, this is the sour straws soap. I kind of had the idea of sour punch straws, those really, really tart sour candies that you have. And the fragrance I'm using, I have my little notes there here. It's a sweet and tart blend of tangerine, peach, lemon, cotton candy, and green apple. So it's a really, really fun and soury sweet scent. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So anyway, the inside of the soap, you can see there's one that's kind of close to the edge. It's going to have these really, really bright circles in it. Now, when I did it, I used my extruder, kind of a small circle. And what I was going for, when you alternate the colors and you're pushing it through the extruder, then you will get circles of color within each color. So I should have some variations with like maybe a yellow with some pink or orange or green or whatever around it. And hopefully you'll be able to see that on camera. They're going to be smaller, but once I get the soaps all cut and then cured and photographed for the actual long video, I will have that on there as well. So let's go ahead and cut it open, see what it looks like. So again, this is Handmade Artisan soap, and this is for my spring collection, which will be available towards the end of March, and I will post that information once I have it. And I did do 2 lobes with this one. Actually, let me show you really quick. This one, I don't know if you can see it. So, and excuse my dog, kind of see those lighter colors there? That's some of that soda ash. And that's what happens with, especially with activated charcoal. That can be an issue when the soap is going through the saponification process and it gets exposed to a little bit too much air. So you want to keep those really covered. So that one, see how there's none of it there? Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and cut this one open. Now with the embeds, there were, if I remember right, there was 22 of them that I added, and there was really no way with the fragrance, which causes some acceleration, and the activated charcoal, which causes some acceleration, to be able to place them in a particular order. So it's going to be they're going to be kind of like, what are those things called? Pickup sticks. So they're going to be kind of in there in all different shapes and all different directions. So this is soap. So I'm cutting soap. I made this a few days ago. I can see a few comments on there. And like I said in the description, the replay for live videos, it is set on, but it is not showing up. I don't know why. And I've looked at videos that I've done the last week, and it is not showing up on those. So a moment of truth here. Nice sound right there. Oh, they all ended up on the bottom, but that's still kind of fun. All right, see how bright that is? Okay, so do you see the circles within the circles? That's kind of what I was going for. And every single one is going to be a little bit different. And yeah, it's kind of funny how, actually, you know what? They end up at the top. So as I was pouring, they must have floated to the top. But that's okay. And it's going to be a little bit different on each one. So that one's a little bit farther down the side, which this is actually going to be really cool, because when I put my stamp on there, let me grab a soap. So this is one of my stamps. You can see that. So I'll add the soap down there. I have another stamp that I do, like this one. This is the soap that I cut a couple days ago. I have another stamp. So depending on which one looks better, then I will put my stamp down there, and it'll actually look really cool once it is done. So let's go ahead and see what the rest of this loaf looks like. Okay, so these are a little bit farther down into that, but that's really fun. So again, this is the Sour Straws soap and the bright neon color. So that's a fun one. See the little pink that's in the green. And as you use this soap, because of the way I extruded them, the colors are going to change as you use the soap, which is going to be a lot of fun. That one's more throughout the soap. That's fun. And this is, okay, that's really good throughout. So even like the first bar that I cut, see, it changes throughout the loaf. And something to think about with people who make a lot of soap, they don't do a lot of things with embeds because of the amount of time it takes. And I do this. This is not what pays my bills. I do this for enjoyment, more of the, call it my art therapy. This is the other one that I'm going to do. So hopefully this one had the soda ash. It's not going to have it throughout the soap. Let's go ahead and cut it open. Anyway, with making the embeds, it takes a very long time. So it probably took me, oh man, maybe 4 hours to make all of those embeds. It took a long time. And I had about 20 ounces of embed. So that's over a pound of soap that I made into those shapes to create all those little circles. All right. Oh, this one's going to be good. Okay, that one's nice and dispersed throughout. But as you can see, kind of see those little speckles on there? And that is kind of where, like, maybe when I mix this one, because I did it in 2 separate ones, maybe a little bit of air got incorporated into it. It's not going to affect the soap at all. But this one has a really good, they're really dispersed really well on those. So again, this is, oh, and there's a line there. So this one would be good to have that way and have my stamp right through the middle on that one. Good. It's really bright, fun colors, and every single one is different. Those are fun. So again, this is the Sour Straws soap, and this is part of my spring collection. And let me show you one of the really good ones. And this will be available again toward the end of March, and I will share that later. I have 1 more soap to make for the spring, no, 2 more for the spring collection. So I'll do 1 more cut next week, and then that will be it until I start the summer. So, and one thing I do on the end pieces, I save these and I sell these at the farmer's market. So that's all I have for you guys today. And I'm gonna go ahead, I use my little veggie peeler and I peel the beveled edges, and I'll get that done. But you guys take care. We'll see you again next time. And next week I will be doing another live video with the cut, and I will be putting the reels and the full videos out there. So you guys take care. Have a good rest of your week.